right, perfect. So hi everyone, welcome to the Open House Student Transition Programs presentation. My name is Candace Mitchell. I am the coordinator for Student Transition Programs. And Elise, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Hi, my name is Elise Thompson. I am the lead head talent, which we'll get into a little bit when we go through our presentation, so I won't explain right now. But I am in my third year here at Stockton, and I'm a hospitality and tourism management major.
Perfect. So as we go to dive into this information today, please don't hesitate to type any questions that you might have in the chat. We'll keep an eye on that feature, or you might have the ability to be able to unmute yourself if you want to be able to ask a question. We'll make sure to leave some time at the end for any questions as well. But in terms of our presentation on student transition programs today, we figured we'd kick it off with a little bit of just an introduction of the professional staff within this office. So she couldn't make it to this presentation today, but the Director of Student Transition Programs is Dr. Anna Edmondson. She actually joined our Stockton University professional staff team over in 2019. So she's been here for about 2 years now. And in addition to her role within this office, she also advises a couple student organizations on campus. So Together is one, Alpha Lambda Delta is a freshman academic honor society, and she's also helping start a group called La STEM, which is Latinas Achieve in the STEM realm. So when asked for a favorite quote or a quote that has inspired her in terms of her work and her leadership style, she said, "Your attitude will determine your altitude," by Zig Ziglar. This is me. My name is Candace Mitchell. I'm the coordinator within the Office of Student Transition Programs. I also serve as a co-advisor with Dr. Edmondson on that Freshman Honor Society that I had mentioned before. And a main part of my position, in addition to helping plan some of our large-scale initiatives, is also supervising the Talon student leaders. In terms of my inspiration, I think that there's a quote by A.J. Giuliani that says, "Our job is not to prepare students for something. Our job is to help students prepare for anything." And I think that that really speaks to our mission within the Office of Student Transition Programs. So our mission and our goal in terms of this office is to be able to promote engaging and inclusive services, resources, programs, and introduce opportunities that orient and welcome new students, as well as support current students and then develop student leaders to excel academically at Stockton University. So really, some people might have the impression that student transition programs is here to, help you with orientation, and then we kind of fall off the face of the earth and you're done with us and we hand you off to the next office. But in reality, we're actually committed to being able to provide support and services that are not just at orientation, when you first embark on this Stockton journey, but we stick with you throughout your time as an Osprey all the way through graduation when we watch you walk across that stage. So the way that we really work to achieve that goal and that mission is through 4 different major initiatives that our office tackles. The first being our student leader opportunity. So we have a group of student leaders that we call the Talons. They are transition activity leaders of new students. And Elise here is actually one of our lead head talents, as she was saying. So she really helps be a leader of these student leaders. Elise, do you want to share a little bit about your experience as a Talon and what this position entails?
Yeah, sure thing. So I have been with Talons. This is my second full year, but like my third kind of year. So I started Talons summer 2019, and I was an assistant Talons. And then from there, I moved on to a head Talons, and then I moved on again to a lead head Talons. So as you can tell, I really love the program. But basically, I joined Talons because my first year at Stockton was like really rough for me. And I just really wasn't having a good time. I wasn't making friends. I wasn't joining clubs. I wasn't doing anything. But I like found this group of people that were, they just wanted to help everybody. And I was like, wow, if I can join that group of people and I can help even one student have a better time than I did, then that would be amazing. So that's why I joined myself. And it's been wonderful. We've really diversified the group over these last couple years. And we've just been helping people register for classes, get acclimated to the school in general, and then really just setting them up with their connections for their first semester or so, and then onward with the other programs we do at the office.
Yeah, so something that's really cool about this Talons position is Elise was saying that she's done it for 3 years now. It's something that you can apply for in your first year here as a Stockton student, so that you can be able to participate and hold this student leadership position and a job, really, because it is a paid position. You can hold that for the upcoming summer then. In terms of this position, you just need to be a current full-time Stockton student in order to hold the position. We really, like Elise was saying, our goal is to help make all of our new students, so both first year students and transfer students, make that transition to Stockton life an easy one. We want to be able to help them navigate it. We want it to be a positive experience. We want you to feel proud and excited about the decision that you made to be able to come here. We want to be able to help you find your place here at the institution. So we also get to do that by having a little bit of a unique role, that the Talons position has a mentorship aspect. So the Talons are paired up with freshman seminar courses. So there might be maybe 2 classes or so per Talon that they basically connect with. They help serve as a mentor for any of those first year students, offering, opportunities to go participate in social programming, programming that helps build some life skills and good habits, programming that helps them understand the resources that are on campus. And so that's a way that this Talons position actually stretches beyond the summer into that fall semester as well, to really help maintain those connections and make sure that no matter what, our new students have access to, a friendly face and a helpful resource. With that, part of our Talons training is actually going through a course during the spring semester that talks about inclusive student transition. So really it sets the tone in terms of how to make sure that we are creating a welcoming space for everyone, for all of our new Stockton students, helps us come up with new ideas of how to engage our students, and really how to kind of make the best of this experience. So the second main initiative that we take on in terms of new student orientation and student transition programs is our orientation program. So that takes place in typically the summer before you start your fall semester, or if you're someone who joins Stockton for the spring semester as your first semester, we actually do offer an orientation program that happens in January. But during this orientation session, we help you register for classes, which is a major point of feeling prepared for the upcoming semester. And our goal during that time is also to help you become familiar with resources that are on campus and help you feel prepared for this upcoming semester and that New Jersey journey here at Stockton. During that time, you get to meet faculty members who help you pick those courses and help make sure that you're on the right path towards your graduation and your career. Staff members who serve in our, supporting offices across campus that take the time to really make sure that they get to meet you, make sure that you know how they can help be of service to you during your time here. And then of course, meeting other students, our Talons, so our student leaders, they play a huge role in orientation along with some of our resident assistants, our admissions ambassadors. We have a lot of students that are there to be able to help give you a little bit of firsthand perspective and experience in terms of, how to best, feel prepared and feel like you're part of the Stockton community. So the third initiative that we tackle in student transition programs is our Welcome Week program. Although this past year, things looked a little different with COVID-19 and the pandemic that struck, things were primarily virtual for both orientation and Welcome Week. Typically, and what we're building up for this year is to be able to get a little bit of normalcy back in our routine. The Welcome Week program, the goal of it is to be able to create some social opportunities for our new students to meet each other, to be able to create some connections when they first get to campus, as well as some educational aspects so that they understand what the expectations are of them as new students, really kind of how to be able to navigate campus effectively. And Welcome Week takes place typically in the couple days leading up to the beginning of the first day of classes for the fall semester. Welcome Week is something that is there for not only residential students, but commuter students and online students are encouraged to attend as well. That the information that we provide and those sessions that we make and the events that we, put on during that time, they are ones that are helpful for any new Stockton student to participate in. And they're there really to help you start building those connections so that you can make the most of that experience. I am just going to click into this video real quick to be able to show you a little bit of a highlight of this past year's work.
After the video,
we're trying to foster some positive vibes into these incoming students and just letting them know that here at Stockton, we want to welcome them all.
It was very friendly. There were lots of people to help. Lots of questions that I had were answered. So it was really, really nice.
I like the I will statement the most because it gives me something to look forward to in the future. Like I set a goal for myself on the first day.
I'd say the rock ceremony was really fun because we all chit-chatted and laughed and it was really cool.
When people enter the gazebo and they see all the rocks, and they're just going to feel the welcoming environment that we want to create here on campus.
I just love the campus. I love being near the beach, having the woodsy area. It was the perfect fit for me. The overall experience was extremely welcoming. It made me feel like I'm going to definitely be supported here.
We still are able to welcome these students into their second home or even their first home. And I think that's an awesome way that we can still do this even through COVID.
Welcome to Stockton!
All right, just jumping back in real quick here. In terms of I did take a peek at the chat while we were just watching that video real quick, and I do see questions that are coming up about what orientation is going to look like for this 2021 summer and academic year. We are currently working on planning on that, and we plan to make the announcements for that very soon. So while I don't have the details for you today, I will say stay tuned because we are very close to being able to announce those details and the format that it's going to be offered within. All right, so in terms of our program and in terms of that video that you just watched, this past year, our theme for Welcome Week and our theme for this academic year was really kind of focusing on empowering our students to really be able to reach the goals that they have. To be able to set goals and chase after them throughout the academic year with the support of our team then that could be able to help point our students in the right direction. So these are just a few photos from our program over the past year. I believe the bottom right one was pre-COVID, so please don't panic on that one. But I think that's something that's really important for our attendees to be able to just know and really feel in terms of student transition programs is the fact that, like I was saying, our involvement with the student body does not end after Welcome Week and orientation takes place, that we actually continue providing events and programs throughout the entire academic year. So those academic year programs, they are virtual programs primarily for this year, but we've also been able to offer some in-person opportunities as well, which our students have really missed. So that's been really great, honestly. And our goal with these academic year programs is to be able to help our students grow personally and professionally. So it's opportunities for them to be able to learn new skills and habits. It's opportunities for them to be able to build some life skills. You know, there's always those moments, I feel like, when we see our students saying like, oh, well, I never learned this in high school, or oh, I never learned this at my last institution. And so we work to really not only provide some fun opportunities like, you know, bingo and things like that, but then we also work to be able to provide opportunities of learning how to navigate filling out the FAFSA every year, or learning what it means to support your peers who might be first generation students, practicing self-care, getting involved with service learning or internships or research opportunities to be able to build your resume. We kind of take on a jack of all trades and wind up partnering with a lot of campus offices and partners then to be able to provide those events for you. And then in addition to kind of those main initiatives that we tackle, I do want to be able to take the moment to ask everyone to take out your phones and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I think that if you are someone who is interested in attending Stockton, or if you've already accepted your admission to Stockton, it doesn't hurt to be able to start following and getting connected, to be able to get an idea of what we do and the programs that we offer and the ways that we can be able to be there for you during your time as a student. So feel free to take a photo of this screen or to be able to follow them, you know, as you wish on your whatever devices you have. But outside of that, I'm going to take a peek at the chat. Are there any questions? All right. I'm going to stop my screen share then, so I can see people's faces. Perfect. Elise, is there any other aspects of our office that you feel like it's really important for our students to feel connected with, or any pieces that you would really recommend that they keep an eye out for as they start that Stockton journey?
Definitely keep an eye out for the different academic programs, because what I really liked is that over these last couple years, our office has really evolved, where we're not just helping first-time freshman students or first-time like transfer students. Now we're helping students at every level, and we've been doing this for the last couple years. So we're still fine tuning and everything's going really great, but all of the information that we have is really helpful, like whether it's for financially helpful or it's educationally helpful or professionally helpful. And like, even just the other night, or not the other night, but like a little bit ago, we had like a paint night that Dr. Edmondson hosted. And that was really, really fun. And it was just like nice. And it was all girls there, so it was more like a sisterhood kind of thing. But and that was really, really fun. And then let's see, what else? With Talons, definitely always look out for Talons, because we're really just here to help. That's literally our job, just to help. So there's literally a team of 30+ people that have been trained to help you every step of the way, from as soon as you walk into that door until like graduation, really.
Absolutely. So even as new incoming students, if you find yourself interested by the Talons position and being that new student activity leader, helping with orientation, helping really just serve with event planning and things like that, please don't hesitate to reach out to our office, because we've been happy to be able to get you connected and included. All right.